people, I'm back again with your favorite what if. Somebody actually requested for part 2 because I was like doing some works outside of outside work because we have like lockdown here, so I was like doing some like online stuff, to like pay the bills. Everybody has to pay the bills, so yeah, I didn't expect it that somebody would like request that. So whoever requested that, I can't like remember your name now, but it goes to you, buddy. Thank you for requesting the part 2 of what if Deku had, or what if Deku was the Avatar. Part 2 coming right up now by your host and host Anime Bhai Kranti. Okay, so last where we left off, Deku became really proficient in earthbending because of Kyoshi's help, because he doesn't have any master, because Deku still lives in My Hero Academia world and he can't have a master there. So as for Avatar cycle, the order of Avatar cycle dictates from fire to air to water, from lastly to earth. That's how Avatar 1 started. So it's gonna be, so since Deku is the earth-bending avatar of his avatar cycle, so the new order would be like earth, fire, air, water. So he's gonna learn about firebending. So who would be his avatar, like firebending master? Obviously the great firebending avatar Roku. So as he becomes really proficient in earthbending, and he's like around his like 10 or 11s, let's just say in between 10 and 11s, Kyoshi tells him that, young avatar, you have become quite good in earthbending. Now it is time to learn the next element in the avatar cycle. I present to you Avatar Roku, your firebending master. So the silhouette of Kyoshi fades away from his avatar, avatar trance or avatar like meditation stuff, and there's like the ember of fires like sparks up within that, and it's like that kind of like, it's like firing up, flaring up everywhere, and it's like, hello young avatar, I am Avatar Roku. Now let us begin firebending. Then he has like few sessions with like a lot of sessions with like Avatar Roku, and he finds out that he's really good at like firebending, because he has a knack for firebending, like really good at, because the thing is, in this what if, Bakugo, who is essentially a jerk in the original timeline, doesn't like mess with Deku that much, because he's like, oh, he has like an earth quirk, so he's like, oh, he's not a quirkless loser, so he doesn't mess with them. So he like kind of has like a friendly rivalry to Deku. So the firebending aspect of his quirk, it kind of reminds him of like Bakugo, or Bakugo's ability, the explosiveness of Bakugo's ability. So he's like, okay, firebending is kind of like explosiveness. But Roku tells him, no, fire is not about explosiveness. Fire is life. Fire is energy. It is the energy that comes from sun, and through your chi, through your breath, it becomes fire. The other elements, they're not created, they're around us. Even air that is around us, then we bend them. But fire, we create fire. It is not an element that is always around us. It is an element of our chi, which becomes our fire bending. So you have to control how to do fire bending. You can fire, because fire can burn people. Earth is soft and hard at the same time. It natures us. It protects us. It shelters us. Water is life itself. It heals us. Yet it also kills us. Air is freedom. It gives us movement. It gives us movement. It gives us freedom. It gives us with options. It flows everywhere. But fire is dangerous. If you don't check out fire, if you don't control it, it will destroy everything. But it can also create life from the ash. So, young avatar, respect fire and try to always control your firebending. So Aang also comes to Deku and also shows him the visions that what firebending is, how dangerous can firebending be, about the visions that where he would like burn Katara, and that's all, So Roku also like tells him the story about him and Fire Lord Sozin and about the 100-year war. Aang and Roku tells that, so he's like, he gets the point that fire is really, really, really deadly, and he has to like control what he bends, especially with fire. So he becomes like really, really good with firebending. So now it's like age 13. Yeah, we're gonna do the sludge villain. I think he has the sludge villain attack like at age 13 or age 14. I don't know. I'm just gonna do the sludge villain now because he got like fire and like good amount of like, he got like, his earthbending is like really, really good, and he also has like firebending pretty well down. I mean, he's kind of like a prodigy firebender. Yeah, so, and he's like a pretty like amazing earthbending, but he still doesn't have any seismic sense yet. He's trying to master it, but he still hasn't like mastered it. He has a decent idea of it, but he still didn't master it. And his firebending, he like heard about lightning generation and lightning redirection from like Avatar Aang, and Avatar Aang told him that I pray to you that you never have to do anything dangerous like this ever. He has the concept, he has the conceptual idea of it, but he never executed something like that. So who knows, maybe he will be able to do it. A little bit foreshadowing here for the future. Yeah, so he was like going through the like so the teacher like one day came to the class and he was like telling that, yeah, you're gonna finish middle school and you're gonna like attend high school. What's your career plan? Then he like throws away the paper and says, I know what's your career plan is. It's to become a hero. And everybody like flashes their cork, and Bakugo and Deku doesn't say anything because they are like people know that they are really, really strong. So then the teacher says that, oh, I see that two of our own wants to like apply for UA high school. Then Bakugo chimes in and says like, shut up losers, you all are petty, you're all gonna be lucky if you become a sidekick to the D-lister, but I will become the next #1 hero. And everybody's like, wow, Bakugo is really, really strong, he can be. Then the teacher also says, oh, I see, Bakugo, you applied for UA. Also, Izuku Midori also like applied for UA high school like you know. Then Bakugo is like, that nerd. I'm gonna beat you, nerd. He says that. Then the whole incident with the notebook, it didn't happen because Bakugo is not gonna bully Deku because Deku has a cork and a very powerful cork, and Bakugo is kinda like he kinda thinks of him like a rival. He doesn't think of him like a useless Deku, but he also calls him Deku because I like to call him Deku. So yeah, it's just a cute nickname. It's just not like, he doesn't think of him like a useless fella. So he was like going to his home, Midoriya, and like the original timeline, he's going to the home, and there's like the tunnel, and there's like the sludge villain, and the sludge villain is like, "Hey kid, give me your body." Yeah, being a complete pedophile. Yeah, has like, "Hey kid, give me your body," and then Deku's like, "No, I'm not gonna give you my body." Then the sludge villain like tries to attack him, and he and Deku then creates a giant pillar like of earth from the bridge, because there is like concrete and earth beneath it. And she creates like something like that, and the sludge villain tries to like attack him, and he like shoots the rock to him, but since his body is made of sludge, it doesn't affect him that much. It's just like passed right through him. It's just like stuck to him, and it's like, "Oh, that's a nice coke you got there. You can manipulate earth. That's gonna be pretty cool when I absorb your body, and I'm gonna use that to rob a lot of banks." Then Deku's like, since earth has no effect on you, let's try this. Then he like does some firebending strikes to him, and the sludge villain like screams, "Fire! It just burned me!" It like, because his body is made of sludge, so it's primarily liquid, and the fire that Deku produces is like really, really hot. Hence, he's like, "Oh, that's like that's essentially like kind of like boiling him, like from inside, because because of the fire thing, it's kind of like boiling him, and he's like, "Oh, that's bad, it's boiling me." And he's like, "I will see you, kid." And then he like attacks him, like, because he like catches him off guard, the sludge villain, then attacks him, and he's like trying to wrap him around him, and whoosh, voila, the avatar state like happens, and it's like his eyes glows, and there's like a gust of wind, and suddenly, "Oh, sorry, my neighbor is being weird. Sorry about that noise." It's like so weird. Okay. Again, neighbor dude, why are you doing that? Then okay, I'm gonna just continue regardless of it. So a gust of wind comes, like, remember the last battle with Avatar Aang and with Fire Lord Rosa, he created like a dome of air. There's like a dome of air around him, and it's like, "Ah!" Then he's like, screams. Like Deku also screams, and he creates like, since it's underneath the bridge, so he uses a lot of water whip to like use the sludge villain, and like Korra and Wan did with Vatu, like trap them in a dome of air. He does the same thing with the sludge villain, and All Might comes, and All Might sees that, and it's like, "Kid." Okay, All Might is like in awe, and he's like, "Kid, what is this?" I mean, like, whoa, this kid is powerful as hell. Like, holy shit, holy moly, that kid is like powerful as hell. And then Deku, like, previously he used to collapse from the strain on his body because of Avatar state, but now he doesn't do that. He's just like, he still feels like he still hasn't mastered like Avatar state, and still didn't open all of his chakra points. True Avatar fans know what I mean. Yeah, still hasn't opened all his chakra points yet. Still hasn't mastered Avatar state yet. So he tries to then, and All Might sees that the sludge villain is unconscious, because he's literally in a vortex of air, which is kind of grinded him like a blender, kind of he felt like the pressure of huge quantity of air. So there's All Might collected him in a bottle, and then he's like, "Kid, are you okay?" And that's a pretty damn powerful quirk there. You can manipulate air. That's because All Might didn't saw him like manipulate water and earth. He only saw him like manipulate air. So he's like, thank you, All Might. Well, it's not a quirk, it's bending. And All Might like, well, you did pretty amazing job out there, kid. I'm proud of you. But you shouldn't use your quirk like this. And Deku is like, okay, All Might, I wouldn't do that anymore. But I have a question for you, All Might. And All Might's like, sure. But before that, check your notebook. And Deku checks his notebook and he sees like All Might's autograph and he's like, kawaii. He's like, that's the anime kawaii voice. And he's like, because he's still gonna be a fanboy about All Might. He's kind of like a simp to All Might. Yeah, a simp. All Might simp. Our boy Deku is an All Might simp. That's a bad joke. So that's like my question, All Might. Can I be a hero with this quirk? Then All Might is like, well, you have a pretty damn amazing quirk. You can certainly become an amazing hero. Deku said, no, I'm not finished yet, I'm not finished yet, All Might. Can I be the hero who brings balance to this world? Because it is my duty to bring balance to this world. And All Might is like, sure, kid, if you want to, you can. And then All Might like takes the sludge villain on the bottle and like heads up and like goes to the goes to the center where he's supposed to go. And on the way and not Bakugo. What am I saying? Poppycock. Oh, sorry, my neighbor is like being like weird again. He's like they are like really screaming again. Sorry for that inconvenience. So but I'm gonna continue nevertheless. So like Deku is heading back to home, and when he's like heading back to home and like All Might is going like putting the sludge villain like on his pocket and going, and suddenly accidentally he dropped 2 bottles where he put the sludge villain in, and he dropped that, and the sludge villain got Bakugo. And Deku heard like some kind of like explosion like from very far distance, and since he still haven't mastered like air bending or water bending, but he like really knows earth bending and fire bending. So like as he heard the explosion, his avatar instinct kicked in, and he was like, okay, gotta have to save people. And Azula does like a fire blast thing, which is like a jump, which like gives her like a huge speed, and she can like traverse like very long distance. So he does something like that with firebending, because he's like Deku is like our boy Deku is like a firebending prodigy here. So he does that, and he like traverses through it, and yeah, he gets like a really further distance with this fire jump. Let's just call it a fire jump. Sounds like a Pokemon move, doesn't it? Fire jump. Yeah, Deku uses a fire jump or a fire leap or a flare leap. Oh, okay, fire jump. Let's just call it fire jump. So Deku uses a fire jump and goes like really far, and like how Toph used to like slide through like Earth. I mean, true Avatar fans know that. Yeah, I see that. I know who you are. True Avatar fans know that when Toph like invented like metal bending, after that she like broke the cage and like was like going like and like sliding on Earth like this, because since like since like there's like earth and roads and stuff everywhere. So Deku is gonna like do something like what Toph did and like slide across the earth like that. He's like skating through the earth, kind of like that, and then he reaches and he sees that his friend, still he considers Bakugo as his friend. Although Bakugo is, I wouldn't consider Bakugo to be my friend because he's a bully and he's a jerk. So he sees that his friend is like in the sludge villain, like the sludge villain like got him, and no hero is doing anything because their quirks aren't compatible to combat the situation. So they're like not doing anything, and All Might is like out of his timer. All Might didn't have the interaction which he had with like Deku, like our original timeline with Deku in the rooftop. He didn't had that. He's just like, whoa, this kid is amazing, but he was buffed up. He didn't like transform into like Small Might, so he's like he goes through like that, and he sees that his friend is like in the clutches of the sludge villain. The sludge villain does that. Do they have like claws or clutches? I don't know, but I'm just being a snarky English guy. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna left off part 2 of What If Deku is the Avatar. And soon we're gonna do like part 3. And if you guys have anything like any like feedbacks, please let me know in the comments. And since I told you I really do suck at making thumbnails, if you guys want to help me out on making thumbnails, because I need good thumbnails, they kind of motivate me to make the videos, because I don't do scripting a lot. I never do scripting on anime what if videos. I just like look at the thumbnail and the story. I just like say the story as it is. So if anybody can help me with like thumbnail making, I think I would be able to make like better what ifs. So please help me with thumbnail if you know how to do it. And there are like other stuff on my channel. I do also music and anime covers and memes and like meme music. So please check them out. Let's do some checkaroo on my playlist. And please like, share, comment and subscribe, and share it to your friends and family if you like my work. And give me anything, give me any feedback, or if you want any what if ideas that you want to hear me say to you, because I ramble a lot. Please give me any ideas if you want to give me any ideas, that is. So this is your host and host Anime Bhai signing off, and Kranti Anime Bhai signing off. By the way, I kind of like, I don't know, tell me, which one do you like? Do you like the name Kranti or Anime Bhai? Kranti, that's my real name. That's my like stage name, because I used to like play like keyboards and music and stuff like on stage. I also do it in YouTube right now. So and Anime Bhai, I like Anime Bhai because I like anime and manga in general, and Bhai means like brother. So I'm kind of like your brother, brother from another mother for everyone. So this is your host and host Kranti, the Anime Bhai, signing off. But I love you there. Please comment and subscribe. Love ya.